morning.
I don't know if we can see you, my friend.
Okay.
Maybe if you want to back it up a little more. Alright.
It's even worse. Oh wait, we can raise the stand.
Yes. Alright. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Much better. So, how are you today?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
So, have you taken voice lessons in the past?
No, I haven't.
No?
No, I'm fairly new to this.
Okay. Have you sang in a choir setting or just for fun, or what's your
I
history?
sing in church
Okay.
sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And I mean I play piano for the choir, but like I don't sing in the choir.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. And I had like music classes in like elementary school.
Okay. All right. Well, I think what's best for us to start off with today would be breathing, since it's basically the basis for us in all situations, but especially when we're phonating, because what we want to make sure is that when we are getting ready to sing, or, well, really in any situation, if you ask me, you need to make sure that you have enough air to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for now, what I'd like to do with you is, I think it'd be best for us to take a deep breath and hold it in for 3 seconds, and then I want you to breathe out, breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth.
Okay.
And when you're breathing out through your mouth, I want you to, in those 3 seconds, try to get as much air out as you can. You know, do what's possible. I'm not going to try to rush you right now. All right. So.
Am I just going like?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll demonstrate for you, but it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'll give you 3, then
Okay.
we'll breathe in for 3 and breathe out.
Perfect.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Okay. How did you feel when you were breathing in and breathing out?
Breathing in, I felt like air is coming in my chest, and then
Okay.
breathing out, like I don't know, it felt relaxing. It's like
Okay.
there's like a lot of tension coming in, and like.
Okay. Well, one thing I noticed when you were breathing was that here in your abdomen, when you were breathing in, instead of expanding in a sense, what happened is that you were sucking in a sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't need to use the word in a sense so many times, but it's just physically, that was something that was very visible when it was happening. So I think what we'd like to do right now, to just try to give you the opportunity to try to expand and being able to feel it. What we want to do is we want to put one hand over our abdomen and the other over our rib cage, since those are the areas that are going to, well, hopefully will expand when breathing in. I think we'll do the exercise once more, and while doing so, have your hands in those positions just to make sure that you can get a better sensation of how that should feel. And instead of holding in for 3 and out for 3, let's do that for 5.
Okay.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. was some improvement on that. Visibly, you could see that there was a little bit more expansion instead of a sucking in type of motion.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first time when you were doing the exercise, something I noticed was that when you were doing so, when you were breathing in, your shoulders were kind of coming up when you were breathing up.
Yeah.
Not to like this extreme way, but that was something that was slightly noticeable.
Okay.
You were pretty good with keeping your posture well up here when it came to your chest area, but just make sure that when you are singing that your legs are slightly apart and not bent, because one of your legs was just like, hey, type of situation.
All right, I'll keep them straight.
Yeah, and a good thing just to think about is like, well, first of all, you know the plumb line, way of thinking where ears aligned with shoulders, shoulders aligned with elbows, hip bones, knees, and ankles.
Yeah.
But another way that you can think about it, that I believe is a very common metaphor when coming to this, is that you would be like if you had a piece of string on the top of your head and you were pulling yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
So you can think about it that way. You can
Okay,
think about it in the theoretical sense, whatever is most convenient for yourself.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. And this time, I'd really like to see how much air you really have.
Okay.
So for the exercise, I'd really like you to get the opportunity to breathe in for as much as you can to the very last inch of breath that you feel that you can get in, and then let it all out. And when you're letting it all out, I think I'll get a sense when you're there, but if you want, you can give me a little thumbs up.
Okay.
Be like,
Sounds good.
I'm done. I have no breath in my stomach anymore.
Okay.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, go. You okay?
Yeah.
Well, I had a little bit of difficulty counting. You have a very soft breath out.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's hard. It's hard to inhaling to get.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's hard because I'm breathing. I don't know if it's because I'm breathing in my nose, but like I'm trying to resist the urge to suck in.
Oh, suck in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we do that one more time? And this time, let's put our hands where they were before.
Yeah.
See if that helps a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're breathing in, I know that it kind of creates some tension because you're like breathing into the very last moment that you can.
Mm-hmm.
But try to be the most relaxed you can.
Okay.
Trust me, I understand it's difficult, but just the mind is a powerful thing. So hopefully that can help you.
All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Well, you breathed in for 8. You breathed out for 10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty close. It's pretty consistent. I think this is something that when you're at home you could practice. You can even practice in a swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
Just go underwater, see how long you can hold your breath, and then maybe come out and see how much air you still have left. Okay, so now that we worked on breathing for a little bit, I think what I'd really like to work on with you next would be vocal navigation register. Do you know, well, I know this is still fairly new to you, but in your previous times when you were singing, were you ever told what your range is or
No.
what type of singer?
No,
No?
I've never done that before.
Okay, all right. Well, today, to do so, I think what I'd really like to do is, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do, so, do. So we're gonna use solfege for this exercise.
Okay.
So you're going to say, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, so, do. And then we're going to move up by half steps.
Okay.
So,
Am I just gonna keep this on movable do? Or are we doing fixed do?
we're just going to go do to so in every key.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh.
are we doing that?
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
There's just so many different exercises, and they all have to do with some type of 5 pattern.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One more time. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Do, fa, sol, fa, mi,
It's okay.
re,
We're good.
do, so, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do.
Alright. I think we'll stop for there. I think we were getting pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first I noticed you kind of had a break around like D,
Mhm.
D flat. So this is from what I saw. I'm still learning. So please take pity on me if I'm incorrect.
It's okay.
But from what I could tell, you were more in the bass area.
Bass. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
More
thought
in
it
the
was more
bass.
like a soprano or
baritone
something.
Oh, you thought you were a soprano.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe with more practice, you can be a soprano or a soprano too.
Hopefully.
Hopefully so. For you, like, just to get to
Oh.
class.
Yeah. Well, we have about 15 minutes.
What time is it?
Oh no. Sorry. I meant on the time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you can pause
but-
it. Yeah, it's fine.